Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the floating head. Everybody in the comments, let me know if the audio is okay. If there's any issues, please let me know. Everybody who's watching, Trevor, Sally, Troy, Joe. I don't know. It might have hit the corner once or twice, but hope everybody enjoys the big floating Dale head. Welcome to Dale Center, episode number 2. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, all the Garage fam, anybody new to the show, this is the second episode of Dale Center. Garage Guys going to be on the Garage Guys YouTube channel and my Twitter feed. I'm sure, well, you're watching on one of the two, so you're either here or you're not. This is the most comprehensive motorsports betting show in the universe. I'm Dale Tanhart, the greatest NASCAR bettor in the history of the universe. I'm dabbling into IndyCar, into some SRX as well. We'll take a deep dive into some plays through all 3 series. Well, I should say 4 because Xfinity series is at Road America with the Cup Series. IndyCar is at Mid-Ohio. SRX is at Stafford Motor Speedway. A lot to dig into. See the wall of Dale behind me. The one constant is Austin Cindric. He stays on the wall forever. The dead to Dale. He is permanently dead to Dale. All the Garage fam knows that Austin Cindric is dead to Dale forever, permanently. I don't know what it could take to get Austin Cindric off of that list. But anybody new to the show, wall of Dale behind me, the 401k theft champions. These are the guys that steal the most money from me as drivers. You'll see who gets back up on that list. Dead to Dale are the guys that are losing a lot of momentum and heading towards the theft champion mark. Sports God of the Week goes to one superior athlete who I judge based off my own criteria that no one else knows. Sports God of the Week. I will announce that once we get to the Wall of Dale draft number 2. So you can see right here, doing it for Dale. These are the guys that have really good momentum on the betting side who have won me a substantial amount of money. And finally, the Dale 401k Series Grand National Champions. These guys and girls, these guys and or girls have won me the most money and have saved my 401k on the NASCAR betting side, whether it's NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, or Truck Night in America competition. These are the best. Right now, you see NASCAR Cup Series betting odds for the Jockey 250 at Road America across the screen. That is where we'll start. The Book of Road is with Garage Guy Chase. The Book of Road will be utilized here shortly. We will not be at Road America for anybody who's asked. I know I've gotten a few DMs. Hate it because it looks like a really fun place. Cool place, just logistically not on the map for us because I live in fucking Mississippi, a.k.a. the heart of America. Garage Guy Chase lives in Louisiana. We are really far away from Wisconsin. Gas is expensive. We don't have the funding to make it there this weekend. So everybody who is going, I hope you have a great time. Whether or not you are going, let's win some money on some bets. So let's start. Let's go over odds for the Cup Series race. All odds are via Barstool Sportsbook because I think their odds are better this week. That will change week to week, potentially based on who I think has better odds. And like last week, I used DraftKings for Cup because I thought their odds were better. This week, I really like Barstool's odds. Chase Elliott is a favorite at plus 500. Kyle Larson plus 700. Ross Chastain at plus 850. Chase Elliott has a huge opportunity here to grab a stranglehold on the Cup Series. Going back to a place where he won last year and 21 road course starts, 7 wins. That is a third of all road course starts Chase Elliott has won. I feel like he's been in more of a slump recently, however, with his problems at the Charlotte Roval. Didn't win COTA last year, didn't really perform at COTA this year. Sonoma had a chance to win. Pit crew had made a big mistake on a final pit stop. The wheel off situation ruined his day there. Still came back and had a good finish. We know Chase Elliott and his team collectively are the most talented group in the garage in the Cup Series when it comes to the road courses, at least over the past 3 to 4 years. They've been unbelievable. Plus 500 is a very warranted line for Chase Elliott via Barstool Sportsbook. Kyle Larson was incredible at Sonoma, but bad strategy by Cliff Daniels really hurt those guys and ended up having a bad finish, had a wheel off. Cliff Daniels still is going to be suspended for another 2 to 3 races, I believe. So keep an eye on Kyle Larson. I really like Larson on pole qualifying bets, but I'll get into more of that later. Probably going to talk more pole qualifying stuff on the Garage Guys NASCAR Betting Preview Show with Garage Guy Chase. Don't know if I'm going to get in too much on pole qualifying on this one. We'll see how frisky I'm feeling in the next 20 minutes. Now, Martin Truex Jr. plus 1,200. Kyle Busch plus 1,300. AJ Allmendinger plus 1,400. See what notifications we got here. Oh, appreciate it. Eggs at 261. You know I love you, and appreciate everybody who spread the love on retweets, likes, everything that helped promote this new show. Obviously, been working really hard on it, and you'll find that out here soon. Anybody new to the show, plus 70 units on the NASCAR betting season. That's why I'm the greatest in the universe. If your average bet was $100, if your unit was $100 and you followed every single bet I've given in 2022, you'd be up $7,000 on the year. That is a fact. Now, continuing with these lines, AJ Allmendinger, of course, is going to be a factor, plus 1,400. Really strong at Coda. Probably would have been really strong at Sonoma. But at Sonoma, he's just had really bad luck, actually. 2 laps to go, spins out while running 10th, while battling power steering issues, which was just incredible that he was running in the top 10 at that point. Circuit of the Americas battling for the win, gets moved out of the way by Ross Chastain, finishes like 25th. So AJ's been in the conversation. I like plus 1,400. Cannot ignore Trackhouse here when I look at Daniel Suarez. Talk about Ross Chastain was plus 850. Daniel Suarez plus 1,400. The Sonoma win still has a special place in my heart. We'll talk about that more later. But Trackhouse has won both road course races this year with Chastain at Coda, Suarez at Sonoma. Keep an eye out for those guys. I like some qualifying bets with them as well, potentially. Seabell, Austin Cindric, who's dead to me, plus 1,500. Denny Hamlin, plus 1,600. There's some discrepancies on other books. I think on DraftKings, he's 11-1. Keep an eye on that. Denny Hamlin's been a good road course racer, but Joe Gibbs Racing has missed the mark on the road courses in 2022 thus far. Joey Logano at 20-1, Tyler Reddick 22-1, William Byron 25-1 is really interesting. He's been in a big slump, has had a terrible stretch since March, basically since he won at Martinsville. It's just been an awful summer for those guys, even though they do have 2 wins on the year. Alex Bowman plus 2,800, Chase Briscoe plus 2,800. Love those lines for those 2 guys. We're going to talk more about Alex Bowman later in the show. But look at some underdogs here. Chris Buescher, 30-1, was really strong at Sonoma. Michael McDowell, also strong at Sonoma at 40-1. Keselowski, Chris Buescher's teammate, was also pretty fast, just didn't have I think they had an error on pit stop or behind a strategy, plus 8,000 for that. I don't really see any of these other guys on this list being much of a factor, at least to win. These are to win bets, keep in mind. So I'll go over some notes on Cup Series here shortly. Those are the odds via Barstool Sportsbook. Staying with Barstool Sportsbook, NASCAR Xfinity Series, as you see on the bottom of your screen rolling across. Kyle Larson, plus 275, his first Xfinity race in quite a few years. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Kyle Larson's not going to win this race. I told you last week when Kyle Larson was a plus 450 favorite at Nashville, he wasn't going to win. He's not going to win this race. Kyle Larson on road courses is very, very sketchy. We have to remember this is a totally different year for Kyle Larson. Last year in 2021 in the Cup Series, unstoppable. And partially because they unloaded with the fastest car almost every week. Kyle Larson's a badass, great talent, but this has been an off year. I just don't see him beating AJ Allmendinger, maybe even Ty Gibbs too at plus 700. Now, the one discrepancy here that I don't like with Barstool, AJ Allmendinger's plus 350 here. Right now in DraftKings Sportsbook, he's plus 400. Plus 400 for AJ, who's won both road course races this year, is ridiculous on the Xfinity side. So after seeing what he overcame at Portland, shout out to a lot of guys in the Discord, Garage Fam, that live bet AJ at 30-1 or 20-1 or some shit like that. If you're in the comments, feel free to tout about that one because that was ridiculous. Didn't see him coming back and winning, but he did. Portland was crazy. I don't anticipate Road America being that crazy in 2022. So you got Ty Gibbs at plus 700, I think is pretty good value. I know my guy Greg Mathern in the Discord talked about a couple days ago. He was at plus 900 on all books. He's moved to the plus 700, plus 600 range. So still think it's decent value for a kid who's been streaky on road courses, but has had a lot of bad luck, as you saw at Portland, a.k.a. Jesse Iwuji would have something to say about that. Moving on, Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, 12-1. Cole Custer comes back to the Xfinity Series. I think his third start of the season at 14-1 is interesting. Austin Hill, Sam Mayer, Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick, Tyler Reddick, and John Hunter Nemechek are in this race, plus 2,000 and plus 2,500. If Larson, that's a good question, Troy. I want to throw that up there. I think AJ would be plus 150, plus 200, maybe actually even money. I mean, that's a good question right there. Plus 400 is crazy, and we got to thank Kyle Larson for that line. But I appreciate that question right there. That's definitely one for the imagination, what we all think if Larson wasn't racing. But we know Larson's going to have a good car, the number 17, tribute to Ricky Hendrick, which is really cool. But it's Hendrick powered, Junior Motorsports powered. So Larson's going to be fast, but I just don't see him winning this race. Just don't think that line is worth it for a guy that hasn't raced in the series in 3 to 4 years. So moving on from here, all these other guys like Sheldon Creed, Miguel Paludo, Sammy Smith in his first career start in the Xfinity Series, actually in any NASCAR National Series race. We'll keep that in mind because I'm going to come back to that later. I mentioned that in the Garage Guys Discord. Going to be interesting looking at Sammy Smith. He's like 8 years old, making his debut at a very technical road course, which is Road America. So Landon Castle, Andy Lally's back, plus 5,000. Myatt Snyder, who ran second at Portland, plus 5,000 there. Could be some potential decent value with that one. Riley Herbst plus 8,000, which is, I think, is a crazy line. I want to make sure that's right. Is that right? Riley Herbst, 8,000? I know he's never won, but he was pretty good at Portland and has had some good road course results. Riley Herbst, 8,000. Holy shit. That's actually a crazy line. Keep an eye on qualifying because I bet that line will change post-qualifying. I'm not saying I'm betting on Riley, but the guy has been competitive at road courses over the years. So keep an eye on that one. Not many other notables here. Oh, Preston Pardus, I think, is very notable. We haven't talked about this much in the Discord, I feel like, unless I missed something. But Preston Pardus for a top 5 on like DraftKings opened up at like 30 to 1. Now he's plus 900. Preston Pardus is a good road course racer. DGM has been decent on the road courses with Alex LeBay, who's another road course ace from Canada. Preston Pardus, a good race car driver, has had some good results with that team. So keep an eye on him. Now, let's go to IndyCar real quick. Also via Barstool Sportsbook. Joseph Newgarden has been great at Mid-Ohio. We're at Mid-Ohio this weekend for the IndyCar series. Joseph Newgarden is the only repeat winner since 2015, I believe. 7 different winners since 2015. Newgarden is the defending winner and won here 4 or 5 years ago as well with Team Penske. Colton Herta plus 650. Pato Ward plus 650. Alex Palou plus 650. Rossi plus 700. That's right. Scott Dixon plus 1,000. Will Power plus 1,000. Marcus Ericcson is the guy I'm looking at. We're going to talk more about him later. Marcus Ericcson is leading the IndyCar point standings and is being severely undervalued. DraftKings Sportsbook actually has him at plus 1,200, so consider that as well. So IndyCar series has been fun, a lot of fun. I hate to see Formula One kind of take the lead over IndyCar as open wheel racing in the U.S. It hurts me a lot because the racing product in IndyCar is much more superior. The betting product could be much more superior, but Formula One has done a much better job marketing in the United States. Totally different conversation. All the fucking Netflix club kids have become obsessed with Formula One like it's a fad. So interesting. That's my opinion on that. I should get someone on here. I'm not a big F1 guy when it comes to the betting side. I watch Formula One. I've been watching it for like 16 years. Fun fact. But I just don't like betting on minus 200 favorites every week. Like, how is that fun? But I will say they do have a lot of variety on DraftKings, Barstool. Even FanDuel has some variety on the different types of bets you can do. But moral of the story is IndyCar is better than Formula One, and it's not even close. They just don't know what they're doing. So moving on. For anybody new to the show and return viewers, I want to talk about what we did last week. So last week, we gave 5 picks. I'm going to get this off the screen. If you've seen all the odds, I'm sure you're tired of seeing the ticker. But we gave 5 picks. We went 3 for 5. The first pick for Nashville was KFB and Ross Chastain outright. I think I said to do a half unit apiece. Fucking pain on Kyle Busch. Pain. Terrible call by JGR. Killed that one. Really hurts my soul. Ross Chastain was good, but not great. So we missed that one. Number 4 was Justin Allgaier for a top 3. Barstool Sportsbook. Absolutely nailed that one. I even talked about you should consider betting on him to win that race. He did just that and has made me very happy. A guy that has recently been dead to me over the past year has definitely made up for the pain he's caused me on the betting side since 2020. So we got that one. Number 3, Joey Logano over Martin Truex. I don't know how the fuck this had no business hitting. This had no business hitting at all. It's a shame because I didn't even put my own money on it. But for those who did, congratulations. It was the right call, even though Truex and JGR just fumbled the bag on that late call pit stop. Nonetheless, the pick on Wednesday was correct. Joey Logano over Truex hit. So happy about that one. Christian Eckes top 3. This one was so close. He was so close to winning. And in the last 10 laps, faded from second all the way back to 6th place. Inexplicable. Christian Eckes. Going to talk about him later, too, when we do the Wall of Dale draft. And then the best pick of the week was Ross Chastain top 5. I talked about it everywhere I went. Everybody I talked to in Nashville, every drunk conversation I had with people who asked about my picks was Ross Chastain for a top 5. Thank God he got it on the last lap passing Austin Cindric. I can't believe he did it because he was one of the guys that fucked up and pitted during that last caution. But that was the top play, the Dale Center top 5 plays of last week. Go 3 for 5. Pretty happy about that. I am still pissed about JGR, especially Martin Truex. We'll talk about him later too on the Wall of Dale draft. So there you go. That was your top 5 plays last week. I guess I say later. I think it's time for the Wall of Dale draft. So last week we had a lot of problems with tape. Not going to do that this time around. I've got thumbtacks. So let's start with the good. So the 401k Grand National Series champions. These are the guys that have won me the most money and saved my 401k during a time of economic crisis with the stock market. These guys have been a better investment than 90% of the stock market since 2021. So starting out, of course, the truck god, Chandler Smith. See that okay? Chandler Smith has won me the most money out of any driver in the Camping World Truck Series. And that's because we lost a little bit of money on Zane Smith, who has still cleared 13.5 units for us in 2022. Welcome back, Zane Smith, the Zane train. These two guys have single-handedly just made my year fucking awesome. Also good dudes. Anybody who's seen Paul's Garage Guys, I had an interview with Chandler Smith before the season started. Good kid. He is truck guy the second for a reason. This guy, Xfinity guy, Josh Berry, has won me a shit ton of money on the year. Nobody in Xfinity will probably give me as much profit as this guy has. Welcome back to the 401k Series Grand National Champions list, Josh Berry. And this guy right here. I know a lot of people don't like this motherfucker. I mean, I'm kind of in that boat a little bit. But Joseph Logano, plus 12.37 units on the year. I'm going to pull up these comments, see if we see anything funny about it. Big Zane fan, quality wheelman, absolutely. Hey, hold on, here we go. Keep that on the board. JGR, my guy Exit. You're fucking right. Just be fumbling like it's a job. But Joseph L. has not fumbled the bag. No changes there. Those are the Grand National champions of the Dale 401k fund. No changes there. That is an elite list. That's going to be tough to get into. It's going to be tough to get into. You got to make me a lot of cash. You got to be accurate when I pick you. So that's a tough club right there. 4 guys have done an excellent job making me money. So these are the guys that are doing it for Dale. A couple changes here. Chase Briscoe has won me a lot of money this year, but it was only from one bet, and it was Phoenix. So I can't put him in that elite list because I've only won one bet off of him. I've won multiple bets off of these other guys. So I'll get that comment off the board. Takes up a lot of space here. So Chase Briscoe plus 16.4 units. Chase Briscoe has been doing it for Dale since Phoenix because he made me a shit ton of money that day and made Las Vegas cry a lot. Joseph L. doesn't give L's in 2022. You're goddamn right. Next guy, Noah Gragson, plus 10.19 units. Haven't bet on him in a minute, but he has been doing it for Dale. He hasn't answered my texts in like 2 months, maybe 3 months, but he just cut the mullet, and he's won me a lot of money this year. So Noah Gragson doing it for Dale. We're going to talk about him later when it comes to Road America. Isn't this much more efficient than the tape? Much more efficient. Love it. Moving on, got to talk about this guy, my dude, Dan Suarez. I know he didn't win me any money last week. I didn't bet on him last week except for qualifying. Lost like a penny. But that win at Sonoma was fucking awesome. Dan Suarez and Trackhouse are the shit. I love them so much. You go to a race and go to the pits or in the garage area, go find the Trackhouse teams. Their energy is just excellent. Everything about being around their pit stall, their car in the garage area, their paint schemes, they're awesome. They're the coolest team in NASCAR, maybe in all of auto racing. So Daniel Suarez is doing it for Dale or Dale. Plus 8 units just from that Sonoma hit. So 2 new additions for the Doing It for Dale draft. This guy right here. He's been quite a moneymaker in the Truck Series. Ryan Preece, plus 9.7 units, mostly because of that hit in Nashville on Friday night. Didn't have a big night for me personally, but it was saved by Ryan Preece. Also, I think cash for a top 3 earlier this year and maybe another time too. So Ryan Preece, thank you for doing it for Dale and helping my bank account survive the Great Depression, number 2. Ryan Preece doing it for Dale. And this last guy right here, special message to this guy right here. And I hope he won you guys some money this weekend. Because this motherfucker right here is a cool guy. He's a very nice dude. And I've hated that he's been dead to me for so long. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any drum roll? This guy is literally the nicest guy ever. I posted a Victory Lane picture with him. Victory Lane picture with him in Nashville with the guitar. Did the money sign with me. For anybody that follows me on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doing It for Dale. Justin Allgaier, baby. This guy in 2022, before last week, was minus 6.09 units when I bet on Justin Allgaier. In one race, he cleared 10.5 units for me, and now he's plus 4.41 units. That's pretty good. If your average bet was $100, you'd be up $441 because of Justin Allgaier. He's been dead to me for quite some time, man. I hate it. And like I said, he's a nice guy. The nicest guy ever, potentially, in NASCAR. I'm just so happy he won the Garage Fam, the bag at Nashville. Cheers to Justin fucking Allgaier, baby. The Gator. Doing it for Dale. Now, we'll come back to Sports God of the Week here shortly. So, these are the ugly right here. Couple changes. This is the Dead to Dale list. Dead to Dale. Wait, right here. Austin Cindric is there permanently. I'll have to stand up for this one potentially. Or slide. Yeah, we'll slide a little bit. Well, I left the thumbtacks. Thumbtacks way easier than the tape. First of all, this guy has just given me so much pain. My roommate still talks about this fucking race. My roommate still talks about the pain inflicted on this race because he was with me at Talladega. Seems like a nice guy. I've actually never met him. But unfortunately, Eric Jones, minus 7 units on the year. You are dead to Dale. You're coming in late. Austin Cindric is permanently dead to Dale. Not for betting reasons, just for personal reasons. He's not my favorite. Ask a garage guy fam member about Austin Cindric when it comes to Dale Earnhardt. Next guy. Love this dude. Super good guy. Friend of the show, friend of the garage guys, and friend of the people, Ryan Blaney. Unfortunately, I just cannot ever get it right when it comes to Blaney. He wins. He runs top 5, top 3. Just can never get it right. So for the second week in a row, just like Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney is dead to Dale. Minus 7.6 units when betting on Blaney this year. That is rough. I'm not going to put him in the theft champion just yet because he won me a lot of money last year. But last guy, the new addition to the Dead to Dale list. This kid right here, man. I'm so high on this guy. But he fucking just destroys me week to week. He's always so close and just cannot finish in the Truck Series. I kind of fucked up the marker. But Christian Eckes, minus 6.95 units. Welcome to the Dead to Dale list. I hate it because he's been so close. And I know people who've rode that bet with me with Eckes understand my pain. Like, if you watch the races, he's always in contention to win. except for the road. Sonoma, he got wrecked, but not a big road course guy. We'll have two new additions to the 401k theft champion list in the Wall of Dale draft. These are the guys that just steal money from me no matter what I do. And you might see the unit count and be like, well, that's less than one of these guys. Well, I've been betting on this shit for like 3 years. So I want you to think about that when you see the unit counts and you're like, oh, it's not too bad. No. If they're on this list, they have stolen so much money from me and should be indebted to me for life. I thought about this one guy right here, appropriate way to start the list. I don't think there's any way this guy will ever get off this list. And I thought about Homestead in 2021 when I was about to win a DraftKings tournament in fantasy. I was about to win a shit ton of money betting. And a lot of people can relate to this one. I know, I think Jordan McAbee talks about this one. Skybox, I think, talks about this one. The Whataburger motherfucker, David Starr. Homestead 2021. You owe me millions, David Starr. Hate to talk about that one. If anybody, I mean, I feel like everybody should know why, right? Just fucking blew a tire right in front of Noah Gragson. Ruined my life that night in Homestead. This guy he has switched from the dead to Dale to the theft fund. I just can't take it anymore. Martin Truex Jr. minus 7.75 units. Don't waste a thumbtack on him. That's a good point. Yeah, he's permanent. Yeah, I should just tape him. Minus 7.75 units for this guy. He was so fast last weekend, and they just still find a way to not win. And he's coming back in 2023. Just kills me. I thought he was going to retire, go off in the sunset. I just have never seen a guy that doesn't want to win like Martin Truex Jr. Welcome. Stolen a shit ton of money from me, Martin. Back. No trucks this weekend, by the way. No trucks. But back on the list on Dead to Dale. Oh, I'm sorry. 401k theft champion, Matt Crafton, has costed me money for like 3 years now. Minus 5.4 units in the truck series, which is the second most behind Christian Eckes when it comes to losses. And this one I hate, but he's back on the 401k theft list. The least profitable driver for me in 2022, my good friend Sheldon Creed. Sheldon, I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but if you do, I'm sorry. I know you're my friend, but holy shit. You've had the worst luck I've ever seen. The worst luck I've ever seen, so I have to put you here. I got to be fair. Sheldon is one of the garage guys, one of the first ever drivers who was a garage guy. But, man, he just had a tough year. So I'll get up real quick. This is the Wall of Dale draft number 2. Look at it. Soak it in before we get into the bets. Oh, wait. Sports God of the Week is the final Wall of Dale draft pick. And this guy deserves a thumbtack. We are going to waste a thumbtack. Anybody guess who the Sports God of the Week is? I'll go ahead and tell you. For the second week in a row, congratulations to BJ McLeod, now 2-time Sports God of the Week. Has nothing to do with betting. It's just superior athletes get recognized. BJ McLeod, back-to-back Sports God of the Week. Give him a round of applause from your house. Almost forgot. So there you go. That is the Wall of Dale draft number 2. These are the guys that are hot. These are the guys that continuously fuck me over and over again when it comes to NASCAR betting. We'll see what changes we have next week. Wall of Dale draft number 3 for Atlanta. But now it is time. Well, let's do the ad slot real quick, and then we're gonna get into some bets. There's probably a lot of people who are like, "This is fucking dumb. What are we doing? I'm here for the bets. I'm here to make money." Hey, just hang around, okay? Just hang around. We went 3 for 5 last week, plus 70 units on the season NASCAR. There's no one better than me. You can deal with the shtick for 20 minutes, okay? I'm not going to hear any bitching, all right? The comments are great. Also, yeah, BJ McLeod, great hair. That definitely is, I will say, that is great. That is a piece of criteria for Sports God of the Week. You have to have good hair. So, sorry to anybody who is bald. You cannot be a Sports God of the Week unless there's some kind of extraordinary circumstances. So, let's do a plug real quick for a proud partner of the Garage Guys. That is Prize Picks. And right now, if you go to prizepicks.com or download the Prize Picks app and use promo code Garage Guys, super, super easy. You can do it online. You can do it on your phone. Like I said, on the app. Prize Picks is the easiest way to play daily fantasy sports. You go sign up with promo code Garage Guys, and Prize Picks will do a deposit matching bonus up to $100. So you deposit $100, use promo code Garage Guys. Prize Picks will give you a free $100 to play with. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy, and honestly, it is a super fun game. I feel like, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like DraftKings, like daily fantasy, has gotten a little stale for me. I feel like profitability is low. Prize Picks is a very unique way to play fantasy. You take over-unders and combine 2 to 5 plays, whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, NASCAR. They have NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks. They even have Formula One on there. Working on IndyCar, I think, but they have plenty of motorsports to play. You take the over-under on fantasy points, laps led, place differential. Really, really fun game. You're not playing against anybody except the house. Very unique way to play fantasy. There's a reason why they say daily fantasy made easy. That's Prize Picks. Sign up with promo code Garage Guys. It's really, really fun. Check the link tree in the Garage Guys bio, and you'll see the invite code. Go log in, make an account, promo code Garage Guys, and you get to play with free money. Can't talk right now. Prize Picks is a proud partner of the Garage Guys. And I hope anybody in the chat, has anybody in the chat played Prize Picks and understand what I'm talking about? Super, super fun game. Like I said, there's a reason why they call it the easiest way to play daily fantasy sports. That is Prize Picks. So let's go back in. Are you guys ready? Are we ready for the Dale Center top 5 plays of the weekend? We're going to talk SRX here at the end. DraftKings lines just came up a couple hours ago for SRX. I don't have an SRX play included in this because there's just not a lot of variety. Unless you want to take Tony Stewart at plus 200, I just don't. I mean, what the fuck's the point of that? That's no fun. But Tony Stewart is like the head honcho of the SRX on the track and off the track. But we'll talk some SRX here later. But this is between IndyCar and NASCAR. NASCAR at Road America, IndyCar at Mid-Ohio. Everybody's turning left and right this weekend. So without further ado, let's get into the Dale Center top 5 plays of the weekend. Once I get this pulled up, I'm trying to get out of the comments. Haven't won yet. Hey, look, regarding Prize Picks, last thing I'll say, and I'll shut up about it. Cody Zeeb, the way they do it is annoying right now because qualifying is so short on time. But Cody Zeeb is putting out articles. They don't put the lines in until qualifying's over on Prize Picks. So once qualifying's over, then the lines go active on all NASCAR races. Cody Zeeb doing Xfinity Prize Picks plays. Derek Yoder doing Trucks Prize Pick plays. And Garage Guy Chase doing Cup Prize Picks plays. Articles, tweets. Keep up with us on Garage Guys via Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and GarageGuysFantasySports.com, and you'll catch all of that. Big shout out to Derek and Cody Zeeb doing a great job on the trucks and the Xfinity side on the website. So moving on. Went 3 for 5 last week. We're going 5 for 5 this week. And I got one more new segment, a parlay segment that we're going to try to nail every single week that combines all series that we're talking about here. So number 5, Marcus Ericcson outright plus 1,200 via DraftKings and top 3 at plus 300 via Barstool. To me, this line is outrageous when you look at his season. And Marcus Ericcson finished second here last year at Joseph Newgarden. And if he had a couple more laps, probably would have passed him. If you remember Mid-Ohio last year, I remember very specifically because I had the house on Newgarden and was sweating balls watching Marcus Ericcson track him down. Indy 500 champion, like I said earlier, leading the point standings in the IndyCar series. Number 8 car, drives for Chip Ganassi Racing, has been excellent this year. His last 4 finishes just in 2022, 4th, 1st, 7th, and 2nd. He has 3 podiums in 2022, 6 top 10 finishes, I believe, in 8 races. The guy's been the most consistent in the field by far. He's good at ovals. He's good at road courses. And when I go back and watch last year's race, I really like the performance he had then. I think it bode a lot of confidence for Marcus Ericcson. I put both here because I'd probably put a half unit, maybe a quarter unit on Ericcson outright. and I'd put a full unit and a half on top 3 plus 300. It is crazy to me that the books can value a guy this poorly who's leading the standings and has been the most consistent guy in 2022. I mean, it's crazy to me. I know you got a lot of great drivers. Herta, Newgarden, Rossi has been good here. Scott Dixon, of course, the Iceman. I mean, you got good competition. Colton Herta has won here before too, but you look at Marcus Ericsson, he's got the full body of work in 2022. The guy's a stud everywhere. For anybody new to IndyCar, Marcus Ericsson has been killing it. He was the guy that flipped at Nashville last year and still somehow won, or he went airborne or whatever. It was fucking crazy. But Marcus Ericsson is the first play. Dale Center top play, number 5. Top 3 at plus 300 is really what I'm eyeing here for sure. Love that play. Barstool is the best value there. Ride it, hammer it, do what you want. Moving on. Number 4, on the Cup side. Did kind of the same thing here, but I'm really focused on the top 10 at plus 120 via Barstool Sportsbook. Alex Bowman has been a great road course racer since he joined Hendrick Motorsports. I mean, the guy has been very consistent. If you look at 2022, finished second at COTA when he was going for the win on the final lap. Got hit by Allmendinger, who got hit by Chastain. Still finished second. Look at the top 10 odds here, plus 120. I think there's a lot of value here for a guy. Since joining Hendrick Motorsports, has 9 top 10s and 17 road course starts. We don't count all the shit with BK Racing and the Dr. Pepper car and Bad Luck Bowman. We're talking about since he joined Hendrick Motorsports, the guy's been stout, absolutely stout on road courses. And the Hendrick fleet has been dominant on road courses since 2021, as we've seen with Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott leading the charge there. But Alex Bowman flying under the radar. I think 28-1 outright is worth a shot here. He also was running top 10 here last year before he got dumped by Kyle Larson. He was running top 10 at Sonoma before Kyle Busch spun out. And he got collected in that mess, had to go through the dirt, ruined his day there. The guy constantly is running in the top 10 at road courses. So if you look at the issues he's had, he could have 12 top 10s and 17 HMS starts at road courses. So Alex Bowman, a top 10 plus 120, I think is great value. You compare it to DraftKings, he's like minus 115. So we're going to go with the plus odds there. Shout out to Barstool Sportsbook for that line. And I think, not a quarter unit, but a fifth of a unit, a sixth of a unit, put a little bit of change on that plus 2,800, I think is very possible for a guy who has been good on the road courses and was this close to winning at COTA. So really like that play. Let me know what you guys think about that. But Alex Bowman top 10 all day. I'd put 2 units on that. Probably will once I get to go to the casino. But moving on. Noah Gragson over Justin Allgaier in the Xfinity Series race at Road America. Head-to-head, I want to dive deep into this one. So Noah Gragson in 3 starts at Road America has 3 top 10s and has beaten Justin Allgaier head-to-head in all 3 of those starts. Look, Justin, I love you. I still love you. But he's been too good recently. He's due for a bad run, I think. I still love you. You won me a lot of money last weekend. But Noah Gragson's been kind of quiet. He's a very underrated road course racer. And like I said, 3-0 head-to-head at this track over the past 3 years. And when you dive even deeper, Justin Allgaier does have 1 win here at Road America back in 2018, a second-place finish as well. But outside of those 2 races, in 6 other starts at Road America in the Xfinity Series, average finish of 16.5. So I think that's great statistical information to consider when looking at this matchup via DraftKings Sportsbook. Put DraftKings because Barstool has Gragson at minus 118. Slightly better value over on DraftKings. Love this matchup for Noah Gragson. I'd go 1.5 units, maybe 2 units. Everybody that knows me knows I'm not a huge matchup guy. So I know we're a little bit surprised with that one potentially. But, I lost pick number 2. What happened? Why is pick number 2 on here? Okay, so we're going to go, let's just say number 5 and number 4 are Ericcson. I think I deleted, or I just didn't put a 5th pick on here. Dale Center top 5 blunder. So Bowman, we'll say that's number 3. And we'll say this is number 2. But no doubt, the number 1 play of the weekend for me, I mentioned this in the Garage Guys Discord, Miguel Paludo over Sammy Smith, who has never even started a NASCAR National Series race. He's got some ARC experience, but this is a tough road course. Like, this is a terrible place to have your first start for a guy that's 18 years old. Smith, I'm just not buying it. This line is insane to me because Miguel Paludo has a lot of experience in NASCAR. This guy, people may not know it, but Miguel Paludo had 3 full-time seasons in the NASCAR Truck Series about 6-7 years ago. Had multiple top 5s, multiple top 10s. And if you look at his road course work, if you look at the stats, it doesn't paint the best picture. 4 starts since 2021 on the road courses with Junior Motorsports. 2 top 10s, and the other 2 finishes were 34th and 27th. The P34 was at COTA. Well, I think it was at COTA. Doesn't matter. I think it was at COTA, but finished 34th due to an ignition issue when he was still running competitively. So that's kind of an anomaly. And then Mid-Ohio here last year was running 4th on the final lap and got wrecked by Riley Herbst. So I'm going to take the experience there for a guy who has been very competitive in his 4 starts on the road courses with Junior Motorsports over a kid who has never even fucking raced in a NASCAR. I mean, ARCA is a NASCAR sanctioned series now, but it's not a NASCAR National Series level race car. So I just, this line's crazy to me. And it actually moved since I said something in the Discord, which, by the way, we move lines in the Garage Guys Discord. It is confirmed. We 100% move betting lines when we start chatting. Miguel Paludo was minus 105. He was the underdog. And I know Sammy Smith's in the number 18. I don't care. Experience is important. This is a very technical, long road course. I got to keep it simple. And Miguel Paludo has the experience and has run well in this race car. So I'd put 3 units, maybe 3.5 units on this one. I mean, this is a max play. The max play of the weekend is Miguel Paludo. So to recap, let's see. We'll do this real quick. Marcus Ericcson outright at plus 1,200 is Dale Center play number 5. Switch this right here. Hold on one second. I'm trying to make my graphics fancy for you guys and girls. So, boom. And we'll do. So, Ericcson, plus 1,200 outright via DraftKings Sportsbook is Dale Center top play number 5. Dale Center top play number 4. I'm going to stick with the same guy and go Ericcson again. Top 3 at plus 300, which I like this one a lot more. I just think the value is insane. And then we'll go Alex Bowman for a top 10 plus 120 and outright plus 2,800. Just a sprinkle on that one at Dale Center top play number 3. And then we'll go Noah Gragson over Justin Allgaier at number 2. Dale Center top play. And for the stats are all there. The stats are there. I think Justin Allgaier has been too good recently. Give me Noah Gragson. He also just cut the mullet. We love mullets, obviously. I think that brings a lot of good energy. And then number 1, as I talked about, very emphatic about this one. Give me the experience. I just cannot believe this is even a line right here. We've seen how Drew Dollar has done in the number 18 car with no experience, which Sammy Smith might be a better driver than Drew Dollar. It's not a very hard accomplishment there. But just give me the experience here. This is the top play, 3.5 unit potential max play on that one. Miguel Paludo over Sammy Smith. Absolutely love this one. So, final segment we're going to move into. This is a new one I'm going to add here. This is going to be fun for the degenerates like myself. Everybody that likes a good auto racing parlay, welcome to the Tanhart Triple Crown. The Tanhart Triple Crown, I will do 3 plays, parlay them, and it will combine the NASCAR Cup Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the IndyCar Series. So, and where is this ticker at right here? Boom, right here. Marcus Ericcson top 3, Alex Bowman top 10, and Gragson over Allgaier. This is via Barstool Sportsbook. Plus 1,528 when you combine all 3 of these up. $100 bet wins $1,528. I'm not telling you to put $100 on it, okay? I don't know what your unit is. Maybe your unit is $1,000, and this is chump change. I don't know, but I really, really like this parlay. I think it has a very legit shot of hitting via Barstool Sportsbook. It allows you to do this. I don't know. Sometimes I get concerned if it's a state-by-state thing. If Barstool doesn't let you do it, try DraftKings. The only issue is the value is a little bit less on the Bowman top 10 and the Gragson over Allgaier. Actually, no, vice versa. The value is better on Gragson over Allgaier on DraftKings, but slightly worse for Bowman top 10. And actually, DraftKings doesn't even have top 3 for IndyCar yet. It makes me so mad why we're behind the 8 ball on IndyCar betting. But this is the Tanhart Triple Crown. This will be another weekly segment. Ericcson top 3, Bowman top 10, Gragson over Allgaier on DraftKings Sportsbook. Barstool Sportsbook. $100 bet wins $1,528. So, mark that one down. Welcome to the first Tanhart Triple Crown. That's the play right there. Those are the 3 plays. And thank you for watching the Dale Center top 5 plays as well. Shout out to Prize Picks. I almost forgot. I just about signed off. Let's talk some SRX. So, DraftKings lines just dropped for the SRX series, and they are unbelievably different than what we see on Caesars Sportsbook. For some reason, Caesars is always the first sportsbook to come out. Both have Tony Stewart as a big favorite. Huge discrepancy here. If you have access to Caesars Sportsbook, Ryan Newman is plus 600 at this moment. On DraftKings, for comparison, he's plus 350. Ryan Newman has been really good in the first couple races of the season. In his SRX debut, he's a little bit younger than a lot of these other guys that are racing. A lot of these other guys are kind of washed up, you could say. Ryan Newman at plus 600, great value. Why won't that come off the board, motherfucker? Boom, get off there. So, I really like Ryan Newman plus 600. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this too. Marco Andretti at plus 4,000 is pretty crazy for a guy that won a race last year. Bobby Labonte at plus 2,500 is pretty crazy for a guy that won a race. For comparison, over on Caesars Sportsbook, so Bobby Labonte is plus 2,500 on DraftKings. On Caesars Sportsbook, when I get this loaded back up here, I believe Labonte is plus 500. Yes, that is ridiculous. Those are fucked up lines right there. Bobby Labonte to win at Stafford is plus 500 on Caesars and plus 2,500 on DraftKings. I mean, that is unbelievable. I already talked about the discrepancy from Ryan Newman being 350 on DraftKings, 600 on Caesars. Definitely love that. Marco Andretti, who I just talked about, is plus 1,000 on Caesars and plus 4,000 on DraftKings Sportsbook. That is fucking insane. That is absolutely insane. Do I think Tony Stewart's going to win? I don't know. But at plus 250, it's just not worth it for me. I just cannot, for the life of me, bet on a guy to win a competitive national race at plus 200 or plus 250. I think it's crazy. So I wouldn't say heavy. Definitely wouldn't do heavy unit counts. And with the lines, you really don't have to. I mean, you could get away with, let's see, 3/4 of a unit on Ryan Newman at plus 600. Come do a quarter unit on Bobby Labonte at plus 2,500, and then do a 1/10 of a unit on Marco Andretti at plus 4,000, and you could have a great payday if one of those guys wins. So, Andretti worth a couple tenths of a, absolutely, no question about it. At the end of the day, also Justin Marks is way overpriced for a guy that hasn't been in a race car in a minute, and with a competitive series of Hall of Fame caliber drivers. I'm surprised to see him as high up as he is. 700 on DraftKings plus 800 on Caesars Sportsbook. So that's what I like on SRX. You know, if you're not familiar with the Garage Guys, new to the show, join the Discord. You'll see it in the bio of this YouTube link. It's all over the place on the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports website. It's in our link tree on Instagram, on Twitter, TikTok. Join the Discord. A lot of excellent betting chatter for motorsports and a time of the year where all other sports are dead. There are no other sports on. I mean, you got fucking the WNBA, Major League Baseball, which isn't a sport. We all know that to be true. And you still got Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, SRX. You got all these different forms of racing on that you can bet on. It's just an excellent time to watch motorsports, to bet on motorsports, and make some fucking money. And that's what I'm here to help you do. By the way, this is the drip check. Dale Earnhardt, new shirt, by the way, for good luck, under the blazer. Look at that. Just snagged that one off Etsy. A lot of people ask where we get all of our vintage gear. Etsy is one of the best places ever to get NASCAR vintage gear. So keep that in mind. Oh, also Speedway screens. If you're familiar with Speedway screens, they are now on the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports website, dropping 3 shirts every single month that are exclusive to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports website only. You can only buy them on our website. Keep an eye out for that. It's the last day of the month. So July, we're going to see 3 new shirts. 2 of the 3 that we put for June have already sold. The last one left is a Kodak Ken Schrader shirt. It's fucking sexy, but I'm excited to see what Speedway Screens puts for the other 3 shirts on our website. This has been Dale Center. You know, one thing in my notes I didn't talk about. Last thing before I go, Graham Rahal is really good at Mid-Ohio. For IndyCar, if you want a long shot play, plus 5,000, top 3 plus 900 on Barstool, 9 top 10s in a row at Mid-Ohio, 6 top 5s in that span. Top 3 at plus 900 is totally worth a shot, maybe even plus 5,000. Want to make sure I go through all the notes I have. Look how good my handwriting is, huh? Look at that shit. Beautiful. Anyway, this has been Dale Center. Appreciate everybody who hopped in. I'll go over the top 5 plays one more time, just in case you're hopping in late. Just got off work. Been a long day. Marcus Ericcson. Big on Marcus Ericcson for the IndyCar race at Mid-Ohio. Plus 1,200 outright via DraftKings. Plus 300 for a top 3 via Barstool. Alex Bowman for the Jockey 250. Plus 120 for a top 10. Plus 2,800 outright via Barstool Sportsbook. Xfinity Series at Road America. Noah Gragson over Justin Allgaier. And the number 1 play, Miguel Paludo over Sammy. Never fucking raced a NASCAR race in his life. Smith via DraftKings Sportsbook. Crazy line. Guarantee that line will not stay at minus 110. I'll put my retirement fund on it. And shout out to everybody behind me who's contributed to the 401k retirement fund. Said it for this is the 7th time I've said it. But this has been Dale Center, episode number 2, NASCAR, IndyCar, SRX. If you missed it live, if you missed most of it live and you're tuning in late, this is recorded. It'll be on my Twitter, in my pinned tweet, and on the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been fun. I'm nice and sweaty. Hair's still looking okay. Shout out to BJ McLeod, reigning Sports God of the Week. Dale Center, episode 2. This has been a lot of fun, guys and girls. I appreciate you all. And, Garage Guys Fantasy Sports betting preview with Garage Guy Chase will drop tomorrow. Can't wait to do that. We're going to talk some more bets for the NASCAR Cup Series at Road America. Thank you guys so much again. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you next week for Dale Center episode number 3. Thank you, Garage Fam. I will see you guys on the preview show. And I'll just leave that pick up there. Welcome back to the Floating Dale Head. See you guys soon. Have fun at Road America.